Come out today, county employees, past and present. Saw my friend and mentor, Frank Morton here, who has a 25 words or less rule that used to apply in our office. Frank, I hope you're going to forgive me if I break that today, because I have the pleasure of introducing somebody who I greatly respect and I think the world of for the last 22 years. Mary Frances started with the county in '84 as a clerk to the board and as Frank's secretary. Some may question her judgment in continuing in the attorney's office, but nobody can question her results. She has mentored 11 attorneys over 28 years through various stages of their careers and numerous crises. But what she's known for is her fantastic demeanor, her over-the-phone pleasantness, her professional customer service. Mary Frances has been a trainer in so many different ways that's spread throughout the other offices of the county. For me, Mary Frances has been so much more than that. She's been my trusted confidant, a mentor as well, and a friend. And Mary Frances, we'll miss you every day in the office, but you will not be missed as much as you'll be remembered. Remembered for all that you've done, remembered for the impact that you've had on us, remembered for just being the person who you are, and I know we'll keep in close touch. So. Now, if anyone else would like to say a few words, Mr. Morton?
Well, I don't have anything prepared, but I can talk longer than he did. Mary Frances, she had a lot of accomplishments. The biggest one was she worked for me for 20 years. How anybody could do that is beyond me. I don't know whether Kelly can make it that long. We're at about 15 now.
So. You won't have to.
Now, I spent 20 years with Mary Frances. Only had one disappointment. She knows what it is. I used to keep tracks, trying to get her to get to work on time, you know. And I think 11 days she made it. Just kidding. She was wonderful to work with, and I echo the comments that Leo made. Her pleasantness in the office offset my other side. So, you know, she was always willing to step up and stay as late as needed, not as early. But I had to run her out of the damn office because she'd be in there, and they had all this stuff at the time about overtime. You weren't supposed to do this, you weren't supposed to do that. So, Mary Frances, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I just want to give you one little sample of retirement life in the last week. I've had 4 doctor's appointments, physical therapy for 2 hours this morning, and but I'm on the right side of the grass. Thanks all.
Anybody else like to say a few words? Mr. Warner?
Mary Frances served 2 county attorneys, 5 county administrators, because I include Darlene in there because she was an interim for a period of time, and a countless number of board members. And of course, she always had a cover for both Frank and Leo when a board member would call and where they were, and she did an excellent job. The other thing I remember about Mary Frances is being willing to take assignments. When the board secretary was unavailable, Mary Frances was willing to come up and sit on the dais and take the minutes for the board. She could be counted on to help put the agenda together in the old days, where they used to put the agenda in these little racks on the floor upstairs in Building C, and Darlene would trot around in her stocking feet, and we used to put the agendas together. So she would always be willing to take on any assignment. And in spite of all of the work she did here, she also had time to I don't know how many of you remember this, she ran a nacho concession She was in private business for a period of time, making and selling nachos.
I brought the pictures to show you.
I asked her for today if I was coming, was she going to have nachos and beer? She said, for you, absolutely, son. It must be back in the old secret room for the board meeting. But Mary Frances was just one of those wonderful employees who could be counted on to do that extra mile and help everybody, and her pleasant demeanor and her attitude was just a symbol of the vision of James City County in customer service and working in partnership. And I remember that Susie and Mary Frances and some others got together and produced the first telephone directory for James City County, and they got I remember a commendation or a chairman's award or something of that type. So again, I want to wish you well in retirement and hope that the climate of Arizona will cure your ills. I can't help Frank.
Is there anyone else who'd like to say a few words?
I would. I would like to say that probably one of the wisest things I ever did as a supervisor was to hire Mary Frances. And we had a marvelous, marvelous work team and a marvelous work environment. And yes, there were stressful times, but we could all laugh and we had a good time. And Frank, you did transition over the time, so you know there did come a softer side of you. and I also understand about but I also understand about the physical therapy because I'm having some walking issues, so that's going to be starting for me probably. But anyway, have a great life, and remember us.
Mary Frances, would you like to say a few words?
I would. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out today. This is very special to me, and it makes me really feel extra special. And I thought when we sent out the invitation, I was hoping somebody would come. I said, you must tell them there's going to be food. So, but I do have some remarks. Let me, because I just feel a little nervous. I just wanted to say that working in the county attorney's office, I know I can always get good, solid advice. And so I asked for some help with what remarks I should say today. And I got some really good, solid advice. So it was suggested that I say, thank you all for coming. It's good to see you, and I enjoyed working with Adam.
Perfect.
But I thought I ought to add a few more words to that. And but not only will I miss that good, solid advice, I will also miss working with Leo, Adam, Lola, and Liz. And they've done a beautiful job of working on this party and putting it all together. And I hope everyone is enjoying themselves and having a good time. And I wanted to also say that this has been a great place to work. I've enjoyed my time here, and one of the reasons that I've enjoyed working here is because, well, first of all, there was the money, and the good benefits, and the free parking, and also that I stayed on because I really enjoyed the work that I did, or I am doing, the people that I work with, and just it feels like a second family to me, and it has always been that way. And otherwise, I would have retired a few years ago, but I just couldn't retire. Just couldn't bring myself to retire. So I enjoyed working for Frank for 20 years, and I've enjoyed working with Leo for 20 years, and
22.
I'm sorry.
You know, two of the best years of your life.
I'm not good with numbers. That's what happened. I forgot how long I'd been here, so I just kept working. But I do want to thank all of the former employees that came out today. It's been so nice to see you all. It makes me feel special that you took time to come out. and to be here with us today. You're all missed, you know, we miss you anyway, but it's just so nice to see you. And I wanted to say last night I was recalculated the number of years that I've been here, and I was thinking saying 29 years, and then I thought, well, that's not right, and so I got my calculator out. I said, oh, it's only been 27 years and 11 months. So I thought, well, what's a few years between friends? You know?
You can come back.
Well, I thought, well, we could cancel the party, and then in 2 more years you come back. So, no. But the other thing I was trying to figure out is how to say goodbye to so many wonderful people that I've had the privilege to work with, both internal and external. It's like saying goodbye to your family, and especially to someone. It's like when I first left home after college, and I had to say goodbye. But I think it's a little different because then they were glad to see me go. But everybody in this room has helped make my job, or not my job, but helped make me successful at my job. Because whenever I would call on someone to ask for help or get information, I can't remember anybody ever saying they couldn't help me or they wouldn't help me. But then my memory's not as good as it used to be. But all kidding aside, I just want you to know how deeply grateful I am to have worked with you all and to have you all here today. And it's such a blessing to call you all friends. Thank you so much.
Lots of nice presents here, but this one's from the office, and we asked that you open this up. And by the way, there's a guest book outside. If you haven't signed the guest book, please do so.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, could I have
Go
to
ahead.
sign it too?
You're retired. You can do whatever you want.
You have to file it.
And thank you all for the gifts and cards. This is very nice. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, it has my initials. Whose initials? It says MFR.
Look at that.
Oh, okay. Your friends at JCC, 1984 to 2012. Beautiful.
You got it right.
You did. It's so good to work with people who can count. Sure. I'm too
Not draw
nervous.
blood.
Okay. I can't either, so I'll let you do it.
Let's see. It's not openable.
No, okay, rip it open.
There we go.
This reminds me of like the senior prom.
Maybe you put it on this side.
Why do we all got the wrist
You didn't teach me this in law school. Yeah, how do you?
Yeah, Dale, come on.
I know. Watch out.
Great. Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
That's great.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
One
all.
clap. And the party continues.
Yes. Don't anybody leave. Oh, by the way, this is
Was it good? Yeah, it was worth your walk. All that good vitamin D, yeah. SPT is a swing.
No matter what, you are present to service wherever you go or to the